morning, Tampa Bay. Let's get your day started. This is ABC Action News, taking action for you.
Hello and good morning, everybody. I'm James Tully.
Good morning. I'm Dee O'Reilly. Thank you so much for waking up with us on this Friday. We'll get a look at your forecast in just a moment, but as always, we want to get to your morning headlines. Hillsborough County deputies arrested a former private school music teacher for having a sexual relationship with a minor that resulted in her getting pregnant. We're showing you Denzel Proctor's mugshot because investigators think there might be more victims. HCSO says the inappropriate relationship happened on and off campus between 2022 and 24 and started when that teen was 16. Proctor resigned from Grace Christian School in Valrico last December. The school reported the allegations to DCF. Grace Christian Schools released a statement saying in part the suspicion of abuse was reported by the school administrator on December 26th. The student denied the alleged abuse then and for the remainder of the school.
All right, let's get you out the door with a check on weather this morning.
We've had some pretty consistent rain this week, but the question is, will it continue today and into the weekend? Let's check in now with Greg D for the forecast.
4:32 on this Friday morning, Tampa Bay. Good morning. Take a look outside from Clearwater. That is a rain shower that's popped up just to the east of downtown. We've got some rain developing along the coast this morning. 6:42 your sunrise, 8:29 your sunset this evening. Right now in Clearwater, 79 degrees. This is a very small shower. Most of the city is not seeing any rain, though it's feeling like the low 80s with the higher humidity. Temperatures in the 70s and 80s. We've had quite a stormy overnight south of I-4 as rain and storms continue to push to the south, but a couple of pop-ups have also developed around Pasco, Hillsborough, and Pinellas County. There's that little shower that you see from the camera in Clearwater. Most of Hillsborough County is dry. The rain now pushing south of Sarasota, Arcadia, and Lake Placid, and should continue to do so with additional showers developing around the bay throughout the morning hours. We'll be tracking those throughout the day with high temperatures today in the low 90s.
To make sure you're prepared this hurricane season, the city of St. Pete is offering extra days to pick up free sandbags. The sandbag site is already open Monday through Friday, but now they'll open on the second Saturday of the month, including this weekend. You can pick up sandbags at the Pavement and Traffic Operations Building on 9th Avenue. It'll be open from 7 a.m. to 3:30 p.m.
We are still 2 months away from the peak of hurricane season, but this morning, Manatee County officials are ready to answer any questions from the community. Things like getting ready for a storm, the difference between a flood zone and evacuation zone, and where shelters are located. They're hosting a hurricane season Q&A from 10 to 11:30 a.m. at the Emergency Operations Center. That's on 47th Terrace East in Bradenton.
We have an update on a riot that broke out at a local roller skating rink 2 months ago. Who investigators just arrested for encouraging the riot and the charges that person now faces.
ABC Action News Plus. It's local news you know and trust. Available anywhere at any time for free.
ABC Action News Plus is sponsored by Culpeper Curland.
The most accurate weather team in Florida. ABC Action Weather.
4:41 on this warm and humid Friday morning. Good morning, Tampa Bay. As we look outside from Clearwater, we're watching the shower earlier. Literally 10 minutes ago was much heavier than it is now as it moves down towards the south and southeast. Temperatures in the 70s the next several hours, partly to mostly cloudy skies. We'll see that temperature get up into the 80s by the 9 o'clock hour. Rain planner shows a chance of rain this morning and then again this afternoon around Tampa. A very unsettled weather pattern continues with that area of low pressure off the Florida East Coast. Overnight with this north flow, very stormy down to the south, just finally clearing out there south of I-4. Look at these downpours coming up toward Pasco County and Bayonet Point, parts of Newport Richey. Looks like the Odessa to Keystone area. That's a pretty heavy downpour. This is the shower we were watching from the Clearwater Beach camera. It's headed down generally towards Safety Harbor and 60 over toward the Courtney Campbell. If it holds together, may make it that far south. Speaking of going south, Lake Placid through Arcadia still picking up some rain. Sebring, Wauchula, and Zolfo Springs, you've cleared out. Solid rain around Northport, and the heaviest of the storms really offshore of Sarasota down to Venice now. Very heavy rain, lightning, and thunder in the area. Englewood as well, picking up some of these heavier downpours. The area of low pressure that's responsible for all of this still kind of spinning spinning here off the Carolina coast. It's about to move inland near Charleston, so no tropical development, but I think its impact, it's close enough today that we'll still feel some of the effects from this thing. Look at all the heavy rain down across South Florida. It's going to be a washout of a day, basically down towards the Tamiami Trail and over towards 75, back over toward Fort Lauderdale and Miami. For us, temperatures in the upper 70s and low 80s this morning, tracking those pop-up showers south of the bay. As we go into the morning, could see a couple more popping up around maybe St. Pete, over toward Tampa, back up towards Newport Richey. This is through the noon hour. Then during the afternoon, a few more are possible. The heaviest one's likely going to be farther to the south of I-4, but still could see some heavy rain around Tampa or back toward Bradenton. This evening, temperatures in the 80s with mostly cloudy skies. Your 7-day forecast coming up.
Earlier this week, we told you the renourishment project will continue at Paso Grille Beach. Ahead, we're learning more about phase 2 of the project, work that'll be done around the clock.
I'm John Matarese. Back to school sales are starting earlier than ever this year. Are prices still going up, or are parents finally getting a break? That story coming up.
New details on that riot that broke out at a roller rink in Brandon 2 months ago. You might remember it was pure chaos outside Astro Skate. Deputies arrested 23 teens and 3 adults. Well, now the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says a mom incited that riot. Deputies arrested Stephanie Pedroso. Investigators say she had a contract to host an after-hours birthday party for her daughter, but she didn't get the required off-duty deputies for that party, and the reservation was canceled and she was given a refund. The Sheriff's Office says she went on social media telling people to show up anyway.
She encourages people over the next 24 hours to continue to show up. Let's stress them out. Let's cause destruction. Let's cause violence.
A crowd of 500 showed up at Astro Skate, and that's when fights broke out. 5 nearby businesses were damaged. Pedroso now faces several charges, including inciting a riot.
And we're now learning more about the beach renourishment project that will continue at Paso Grille Beach. The next phase includes dredging and piping 140,000 cubic yards of sand from 1st Avenue to 22nd Avenue. Dredging will be done 24/7 during this phase. Locals may hear some noise and see bright lights at night. Hurricane Idalia caused major damage on Paso Grille Beach last year. Business owners hope when the project's finished, more people will come to visit.
And it's always devastating to see the beach after a hurricane like that, and to see it come back to life and back to what it was is always exciting.
Pinellas County's been working to renourish Paso Grille since June. The county's using taxpayer money and grants to pay for the remaining portion of the project that should be finished this October.
Still ahead, your Super 7-day forecast with meteorologist Greg D. You're watching Good Morning Tampa Bay.
People love the story. There is a real story behind it. There is a real family behind it.
They want you to keep on buying more insurance, and all the money I'm spending on insurance, I could be working on the house.
I think the need in our area speaks for itself. 1 in 4 kids are going hungry.
Give me my child. I'm a father, a real father.
You protect mangroves, they protect you. You cut down mangroves and you'll pay a price for that.
These people can't even pay the rent or pay the bills, or they cannot put food on the tables.
This man came out of the military, try to figure out what's going to be my next career.
It's okay to clean your slate, rebuild your family unit, and start over. It's just okay.
It gives me a drive and a passion to even just stay alive.
I'm not going to let this storm break me or win.
ABC Action News Plus. It's local news you know and trust. Available anywhere at any time for free. No subscriptions, no nonsense. Free. Just download ABC Action News Plus on your favorite device to watch our 24/7 streaming news channel. Plus, access to exclusive interviews. Plus, a library of original content. Plus, award-winning investigations and more.
ABC Action News Plus is sponsored by Culpeper Curland. Aggressive, tenacious, Culpeper Curland.
The most accurate weather team in Florida, ABC Action Weather.
It's 4:51 on this Friday morning. Let's take a look at that Super 7-day forecast, Tampa Bay. We've got temperatures in the low 90s today. A couple of showers already popping up on the radar around Pinellas and Pasco County. Those are going to move into Hillsborough this morning. May get a bit of a midday break. That may be your best opportunity to kind of get out there and run a couple of errands, because then any kind of hazy sunshine today, and I think there will be some, we're going to get additional pop-ups developing during the afternoon. Coverage today at about 40%. Those temperatures hotter than yesterday for sure. No more 80s. I think we get into the 90s tomorrow. Models indicating maybe some morning rain along the coast already as you're waking up just after sunrise. Then as we go into the afternoon, pop-up showers and storms, coverage likely at about 60% generally, though the storms will likely just be all over the place. Very weak winds overhead steering these things as we head into the weekend. Similar on Sunday, though, Sunday's coverage could potentially be heavier and a little bit more east to west oriented. So I think Sunday has the better opportunity of being dry in the morning, and then late in the afternoon and evening, here come the showers and storms toward the coast, and there may be some heavier coverage as we go into late Sunday. Temperatures this weekend, low 80s in the morning, some low 90s in the afternoons. Next week, I think the rain chances do stay high. It's a south and southeast flow that does favor heavier storm coverage through Wednesday and Thursday.
For the past 35 years, he's been influencing the Straz in so many ways behind the scenes. Well, coming up, we'll pull him up on the stage. It's Straz COO Lauren Shepard, who is retiring after 35 years. We'll take a trip down memory lane.
Still ahead, a look at today's top stories and Florida's most accurate forecast. ABC Action News continues right after this. ABC Action News Plus. It's local news you know and trust. Available anywhere at any time for free. No subscriptions, no nonsense. Free. Just download ABC Action News Plus on your favorite device to watch our 24/7 streaming news channel. Plus, access to exclusive interviews. Plus, a library of original content. Plus, award-winning investigations and more.
ABC Action News Plus is sponsored by Culpeper Curland. Aggressive, tenacious, Culpeper Curland.
People love the story. There is a real story behind it. There is a real family behind it.
They want you to keep on buying more insurance, and all the money I'm spending on insurance, I could be working on the house.
This man came out of the military, try to figure out what's going to be my next career.
It's okay to rebuild your family unit and start over. It's just okay.
You know, I'm not going to let this storm break me or win.